Как мы объявили, что скоро с нами соединится Ворасуанг из Дуангчинда из Таиланда. Он уже здесь с нами, и передаем слово ему. Dear colleagues and friends, now as like we announced earlier, like Dr. Vorasuang Duangchinda from Thailand will join us soon. So he is here. We are happy to welcome him. And now let us invite him to present his paper.
Thank you, Dr. Sonu. Hello, Dr. Sonu and everybody. Good afternoon. Maybe good morning to some. Hello, Sawadee krap from Bangkok, Thailand. My apologies that I missed this morning session. I was called to attend an urgent meeting with the government officer. It is a kind of hectic, very busy time, very confusing time for educators in Thailand at the moment. But anyhow, I have about 15 minutes with you. After this, I will have to go back to the meeting with the government officials. So hopefully you don't mind. Please accept my sincere apologies. And it is my great honor for being invited to present here. Ladies and gentlemen, I have already prepared a slide, which I already sent you a link. Okay, it is in English. So I hope that it will be okay with everyone here. So before I continue, please be easy with me. At the moment, it is quite late afternoon my time. I haven't even had a lunch, so I may talk a little bit in the wrong way, so please forgive me. So let me bring up my presentation. Okay, and I'm sharing my screen.
He's going to share his screen. Let me tell you that he is the director of Office online education in Sripatum University in Bangkok, Thailand. He's considered as one of the leading experts in all over Thailand on online education. We are sure that you'll get some good inputs from his side.
Okay, right. Thank you, Dr. Sonu, for sharing the link again. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So topic of my talk today is necessity and reality, a case study of online education transformation process in Thailand during the COVID-19 epidemic, which is happening right now. My name is Vorasuang Duangchinda, or you can call me Michael. I am Director of Office of Online Education at Sripatum University, one of the biggest private university in Thailand. I also serve the government as a committee member of Thailand Cyber University project. That is not a real university, but this is a project run by the government trying to help Thai people on how to properly teach online. All right, let's talk about reality in Thailand when we have COVID-19. Similarly to many countries, the number of people who have infection increased a lot, and number of deaths also. This has been the timeline. Okay, slowly, if I can recall, from the 13th of January this year, we experienced the very first case of COVID-19 infection in Thailand. Well, that guy was a tourist from China. We got the case and we thought that China and Thailand is pretty much still far away. You need to fly in between the two countries, so we would not worry about that too much. During that time in January and in early February, we still go to our office. We can still offer our class in a face-to-face mode. We don't really need to care much about online education. But then coming up to the end of February, where we experienced something very surprising. Number of people with infection in China grew a lot. We have a little bit of worry. We still don't think that Thai people would have to worry too much because we are still far away. But after that, as you can see from the graph, number of infection increased a lot, and we experience more number of deaths every day. This is very sad situation. So the government announced lockdown in many provinces around the country. Lockdown means we can still go out, that is no problem, but at night we remain at home, and people over 70 years of age and younger than 5 years old must stay home. This is until further notice. So like my university, we have to suspend our face-to-face class until at least the end of April, at least until the end of April. And so do many universities in Thailand. This is all of a sudden. Many of our faculty members, they don't know how to teach online. Suddenly, they have been asked to stay home. Very first time in their life, they experience the word WFH, work from home, and also TFH, teach from home. Some of them might not even have proper device. Their computer may be old. Some of them don't have web camera. Well, this is all of a sudden. So they all need to buy new stuff. They need to learn how to teach online. So let me bring you next slide. This is also another tracking number of infection in Thailand. As you can see, it is now rising very sharply, and we hope that we can stop this trend very soon, but it is not likely for now. And this is also another confirmation. As you can see, year, month, and date, number of infection increases all the time. And of course, this is something that we need to care. Everybody now understand that we need to stay away from other people. We understand that we need to use technology in our life. We order food, we order a lot of things online for the time being. And we of course need to know how to teach online. This is not easy. Why? If you take a look back last year or even January this year, not many faculty members or lecturers in Thailand would care about online education. They would focus mainly on traditional class in the classroom teaching. Some of them don't even understand what is online education and how to do that. This has been a big challenge until now. If you refer to this model, TPAC model, of course, we talk about if you're gonna teach, we must first have content. The content may be from yourself or maybe from someone else that you can have the right to use. And of course, you need to have pedagogy. You need to do something like lecture-based learning or problem-based learning or project-based learning or any kind of pedagogy that you can use. And then you use technology to help. Right now, I'm trying my best to help other faculty members around Thailand to think of something simple. We must be able to cope with something simple first, which is lecture-based learning. Okay, how long did it is? Okay, I will come back to your questions later. But at the time being, as a transformation basic level, first, our faculty members must be able to at least do lecture-based learning online with the help of technology. But how? Well, if we talk about online education approach, I would say we have 4 factors. First, the content, of course. The content must be able to display all kind of device. For example, if you send across some of the PowerPoint file or Microsoft Word file to your students and they happen to use mobile phone to open it up, some of them might not be able to see the content correctly because of the formatting, right? So we need to convert it to PDF. Something simple like this. We need to educate other people. Pedagogy. Some of them used to prefer chalk and talk method, but right now we don't have chalk and talk. We only have screen. how can they change themselves? How can they come up with a new level of pedagogy? And what kind of activities would be suitable for online teaching? It would be much different from offline teaching, of course. And also assessment. Well, in the class, we can point our finger to our learner. Hey, you, answer me your question. But online, we must use technology to do that. But how? Okay. I try to explain to the people here about this model. Hey, if you're gonna teach online, look at this. First, do you actually need to have real life class? Or would you prefer to have video on demand? Well, if they can cope with video on demand, then go for option A. But if they want to go live, would they allow the student to interact? If no student interaction, then they would just broadcast their teaching, like broadcasting on YouTube. That would be option E. But if they prefer students to join, to have some interaction while teaching, then they need to have video conferencing. And of course, there are choices. Typing or presenting their face together, like we're using Zoom right now, or combination of presenting face and also typing. Every option require incentive training. It would be very bad if I just ask the lecturers who belong to my universities to go blind and then use technology in the way that they might not understand before to teach our students. That would be a crime. So right now in my universities, we have been running one-on-one online class just to train other faculty members how to teach online. This is extremely time-consuming process, but in the end, we can guarantee, we can make sure that they really know how to teach online. Okay, and in Thailand, there are many tools. I think so do in many countries. Of course, the most famous tool right now is actually Zoom. Second famous tool in Thailand is Google Meet. And then a new one, Microsoft Teams is also very famous. Some of our faculty members opt out to use Facebook Live or YouTube Live. And we also have local social network, which is called Line, L-I-N-E, Line. Line can also handle conversation and also broadcasting. See, as you can see from this chart, there are many tools to chop from, but the key question is, hey, can you really use the tools? If you can use, please stick with the one that you know best. Please do not alternate. For example, Monday using Google Meet, Tuesday using Zoom, Thursday Microsoft Teams. Something like that would kill our students completely. So this is what we do in Thailand at the moment at my university, and we also give training nationwide. And we learn a lot. For example, Zoom, the free version let you teach for 40 minutes and then cut. You need to reconnect, right? Some of lecturers in Thailand do pay because they believe that interruption is bad. I don't know, up to them, okay? And work from home or teach from home is an art. You need to look after yourself. Of course, you need the lighting. You need to look quite good in front of the camera. If you look down, you look a little bit dark, your hair don't do well, then the student will have some kind of perception about you in a negative way. It could be like that. So in Thailand, we emphasize on making sure that you look okay in front of the camera. And look at my screen. Right now, I'm using video as my screen to hide the reality. So it looks better than the reality, of course. And lastly, we also need to learn about, we need to train our family members, because sometimes while teaching, the family members might just come out naked, I mean the top part or anything like that, because this is work from home. So we need to also tell our family members about the fact that we are teaching online. Something like this may be simple. You may already know this much better than I do. But for me, my job is to educate and to train other faculty members and also everybody in Thailand to teach online. This is a big lesson learned. And of course, we should not stop learning. We need to come up with innovative way to teach, not only just simple lecture-based learning. And this is never end. After this, I will attend another meeting with government official. We are negotiating with Zoom to bring down the cost so Thai lecturers can afford to pay. Something like this we do every day. So hopefully, once the COVID-19 is over, we're gonna have transformation of education in Thailand. Everybody should now, at that time, be comfortable with online education, regardless of disaster like this or not. And this has been my presentation. Hope it be all right with all of you. Let me go to your question, please. Okay. Thank you so much. There are many questions. I'm sorry, also, although I say привет, but I cannot read Russian yet. So please allow me to attend to the English question first. The first one.
Let me translate in English.
Thank you so much for your kindness, please.
The main question was how many time you need to transfer from real-time learning to online learning for a teacher in medium, approximately.
Okay, there are two levels. First, inside my university, we have about 600 full-time faculty members. I need to convert each and every of them, regardless of disciplines or how old are they. They need to be able to close their eyes, turn on the computer, and then open up online class. That is my duty at my university. And my duty for the government is I also need to run national workshop online nearly every day, just to educate Thai people on how to run their courses online as well. So the number of learners from my class would be a lot. I don't know, because this is at national scale also. Okay, so that is answer of the first question.
There is one more question related to that, how much time does it take to convert offline 1 hour class into online 1 hour class?
Okay, we have formula. For example, in the real class, if you actually teach, then you would not only teach, you also talk, you also communicate to your students, you also have activities. So we have this rule, 35% of online teaching must be lecture-based. For example, you make something like what I do now, having slide and I talk, okay, that would account to 35% of teaching hour, equates to around 21 minutes. And apart from that, it has to be something else, for example, online activities or quiz, something that the students can interact. And of course, we also emphasis on a synchronous mode of teaching and learning. We also ask them to use webboard. The students can also come back and ask and learn from each other anytime, anywhere that they like. And in addition, after the live session has ended, the recording must also be uploaded for the students to view on demand whenever they like. So that would be basic requirement. So let me go back again. 35% of each teaching hour must be video clip of teaching. After that, 65% comprises of activities and something else. Okay.
Елена Валентиновна, еще у нас есть вопросы?
Очень много превосходных. There are a lot of thanks to you, dear lecturer. Thank you very much. A lot of thanks.
Thank you so much.
No question.
There are some more questions. Hopefully I have addressed them. If not, then please leave the question and I will pass on the answer to Dr. Sonu. Okay. And I'm sorry, I need to run to the meeting with
All
the
right.
government
All right.
official.
Thank you very
for
much.
having me.
So many thanks for your income. Thank you.